Welcome. I'm Spanish, I have a beard, and this is my podcast. So, way too much time has passed since the last episode. First I was writing an episode about living with the snow in Montreal, like trying to do something like quite generic. Then Bell Let's Talk Day was coming, so I was like, okay, let's do an episode about a mental illness and how it is to live with like ADHD and shit like that. And and in the end, I got busy and I ended up like I had to go for work 5 days to Florida. So I was okay when I come back. I will get to it. And the thing is, since I came back, basically, I was already on the plane coming back to Montreal. I've been dealing with like some sickness. I don't know if it's like a cold or something like that. But the thing is, my both my ears have been like muffled for the last, I would say, almost week. And I have like a bit of vertigo or something, so it's a bit weird. And I'm really really congested. So sorry for the shitty voice, but I really want to record something again. And the thing is, yeah, even when my voice still, I find it sounds a bit weird. Is this the best I've been in more than a week? So the thing is, Tampa was nice. Like flying to Tampa was nice. The weather wasn't like was so foggy for like almost the 5 days I was there. So basically, it was either raining or very very foggy. We were right next to the ocean, and I couldn't even see the ocean from the window. Like I think I only saw the ocean one day out of five. And but at least I got to go to do a quick brewery tour in Dunedin with some coworkers. There was so many breweries together, like walking distance. So we were only able to hit five breweries in like 4 hours, and basically it was already like midnight, and we're like, okay, I think there's still like three or four more breweries to go, but we we were basically we had enough beer for that time, and they were probably gonna close not later than that. So it's like we just like went back to the hotel. But it was really great beer. I still having dreams about a chocolate milk stout we got at Seventh Sun Brewery. Um, that's the thing. In Tampa, I got the chance to hang out with some coworkers, and it was like really really nice. Having like great conversations with like influencers like Modern Dad or Mr. Mobile, and in general, like during those days, the 2 days of conference, the Mobile Nations had, I learned a lot about what digital publishing will look like this and next year. The thing is, then I came back, and I'm gonna give you a warning with this because I made a huge mistake, and I didn't know there was a mistake till I actually did it. Point is, I was because my last plane from Atlanta to Montreal did not have a screen, so I didn't. I thought, okay, I'm not gonna plug my big over ear earphones. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put like my earplugs and like my I have my Beats X, like they're like those like silicone thing that goes on your ear, and they go pretty tight. And so I put them on. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna watch this like Jay Leno's Garage thing on the Delta app. And the problem is, we were landing in Montreal, and I was like, okay, seems like a good time to take my earphones off. And I didn't realize that how tight my earphones were. So the moment I pulled them out, it was basically like this plunger effect on my ears that it hurt like crazy. It was like really really insane pain that basically it lasted for a pretty long time, really. And that's the thing. So and since then, my ears been like screwed for like, I would say, almost a week now. But the thing is, I was already very congested on the plane, and that has been like continue for the last week. So at this point, I'm not if it's like a consequence of that. Point is, it is something you can learn from my mistakes. Is do not wear very tight silicon earphone like earphones when descending on a plane.
This is it for today. If you have any comments, I would love to read them. So you can find me at Spanish Beard Guy on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks for listening. Get out there, be kind, and give a fuck about the right things.